Hi everyone. For my case study, I chose case study number 2, which was the overgeneralizations in the posters outside the 5th grade classroom. For this case study, I applied my ethical decision-making model, which is defining the issue, seeking possible outcomes, applying school guidelines and the NAEYC code, deciding on a course of action, and reflecting. Overall, I think Ms. Whitney had good intentions when she began this ethical dilemma. I think she felt very torn between standing up for something that she believed wasn't right, but also supporting fellow teachers and understanding that maybe it wasn't her place to say anything. You know, in that type of situation, I would like to think that I would stand up and say something, but I don't know that that's the case. I think I may back off and say, oh, that's not my place to say anything. So, you know, I do credit her for standing up and saying, I'm going to take initiative and email this teacher. But I think where she kind of went wrong was not having a course of action to follow up on. When she emailed Miss Lewis and was kind of shut down by her, I think that was where she could have fallen back on a course of action where she had resources to share with Miss Lewis, or if she had a school counselor, or at my school we have an equity, justice, and inclusion counselor who would be really, really helpful in a situation like this, that you could kind of refer to them and say, you know, this is a person who could really show you how damaging and, you know, how much something like these posters could affect a young student, even if you're not hearing from anyone that these posters are, you know, hurtful or harming. That doesn't mean that isn't happening. So I think after the email exchange happened, Miss Whitney felt a little bit shut down. She felt like, okay, this is my place to step back. I don't really know what to do from here without getting a teacher in trouble. And, you know, I think if she had an ethical decision-making model to move through, she would have a plan of action and she would have those resources available to her, which would be really helpful. After the email exchange, I think, you know, moving through my plan, I came to the decision that something like this would be helpful to lead to developing a partnership through the district. Miss Whitney is a teacher in a preschool, which means she's within the school district, and building a partnership where something like these posters could be discussed and talked about and really built upon, instead of just, oh, we're taking them down and they're being put away. I think building a partnership and helping students and teachers and families understand that, you know, these generalizations happen, but, you know, that doesn't mean they're okay. And it's you know, it's understandable that they happen, but it's something that we can work towards not happening. And I think that would be an adequate and effective course of action from there. And the next step, I believe, would be reflection, where Miss Whitney could do self-reflecting, which I would do in journaling, and she could do, you know, journaling. She could do a weekly or monthly meeting with fellow teachers, faculty throughout the district to kind of talk about these posters and decide, you know, where to go from there.